friends, it's Miss Simpson and it's time for math. Today we are going to add and subtract whole numbers again, but we are going to do it instead of just one-step problems. We are going to do it with multi-step problems. You're right. And yesterday I taught you a strategy that I want you to start using for these problems. And we practiced the strategy yesterday, and you should have really focused on that strategy because it is, I promise, it is going to help you when you do your assignment today. So first of all, let's talk about what that strategy was. So that strategy was the UPS check strategy, where you have to understand, plan, solve, and check your problem. So I want everybody to say UPS check. One more time, UPS check. One more time, UPS check. Good job. Okay, what does UPS check stand for? Understand, plan, solve, check. Understand, plan, solve, check. One more time, understand, plan, solve, check. Okay, so when you understand, you have to figure out, first of all, read the problem. Then you're thinking, what are you looking for? Underline the question. And what do you know? Circle the numbers. And then in your understand box, you're going to write down everything that you know about the problem and everything you think is important. The numbers, what's going on, the labels. Then in your plan, you're going to choose a strategy. You can draw a picture, write an equation, make a table, use a strip diagram. You can literally do anything that you want that's going to help you solve that problem. And then in the third box, you're going to show your work and you are going to solve it. And in the fourth box, you're going to explain and justify. Is your answer reasonable and does it make sense? So today we are literally just going to be practicing word problems together using the UPS check. Tomorrow, again, I'm not going to, I think I told you guys in small group today, if you haven't gone to small group yet, I'm going to tell you in small group. I will not be here tomorrow in the afternoon or Monday all day. So we're really going to be working on things together. So tomorrow, your math assignment might be something that we do together in the video. So please make sure you're following along today and tomorrow because I'm not going to be here to help you. So let's go ahead and start with some multi-step problems. Just give me a second. Working on it. Here we go. All right. So let's take a look at this first one. I want everybody to get out a piece of paper. On that piece of paper, before we get started, I want you to draw a box like this. In that box, I want you to divide it into 4, and I want you to label it UPS check. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get started. Drake made $55 mowing his neighbor's lawn. He spent $13.55 on a new pair of sunglasses and $23.45 on a new pair of headphones. How much money does Drake have left over? First things first, I'm going to understand the problem. What is it asking me? So first, I'm going to circle the numbers. I'm going to underline the question. I noticed something. I'm going to highlight this. You don't have to, but I noticed something. Left over. Left over shows me that I am going to be subtracting. How much does he have left over? But I know that there might be more than one step to this problem. So let's understand what it's asking. So Drake has $55. So in your U box, I want you to put a D and put 55.00. All right. He spent $13.55. So I'm going to put spent $13.55 on a new pair of sunglasses. And he has $23.45 spent again. $23.45 on a new pair of headphones. How much money does he have left over? So if I am going to plan this out, I think I'm going to use a strip diagram to understand this. So here we go. Let's draw a strip diagram. So the top is your whole. What did he have to start with? Well, he had $55, right? He bought 2 things, 1, 2, and he had some left over. So I'm going to have 3 boxes. So we have $13.55 he spent on sunglasses and $23.45 on headphones, and then we don't know how much he has left over. So how am I going to solve this? Now, you could have drawn a picture, you could have done an equation, you could have done anything you want, but you've got to figure out how to solve that. So here is what I'm going to do. I noticed that these two need to be added. So I'm going to add 13.55 plus 23.45. I want you to pause the video and I want you to solve this on your own. Okay, so you should have unpaused by now. Here's what I do. 5 plus 5 is 0. 10, actually, sorry. Then 5 plus 4 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. Now I'm going to have another decimal. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, and then 2 plus 1 is 3. So I got $37. Well, that is how much he spent altogether. Is that what I'm looking for? No, I'm looking for how much he has left over. So what do I do from here? Well, now that I know these two, I can do the big one and I can subtract. So I'm going to take 55 minus 37. So I want you to do 55 minus 37. Pause the video. Okay, so you should have unpaused by now, and you should have got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 8. $18 left over. So this piece right here is $18, and I'm going to circle my answer. Now I'm going to check it. Now for this problem, I'm actually going to do some math to check it. So according to my strip diagram, if I add all three of these together, it'll give me 55. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add all three of these together and check and make sure I get 55. So 13, 55, 23, 45, 18.00. I want you to pause the video and I want you to add all three of those together and we'll see if we get the same answer. So you should have unpaused by now. 5 plus 5 is 10. 5 plus 1 plus 4 is 10 again. Make sure I add my decimal. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Carry my 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you get $55 there? So did we get our answer right? Yes, we got our answer right. So really, multi-step problems, the biggest issue or the hardest thing is figuring out what they're asking you. What do they even want you to do? And that's why I like to do the UPS check method, because it really makes you plan out what you're going to do and really think about that problem. A lot of you guys would have told me your answer is 37 when you didn't do the second step. So yes, some problems are one step. Some problems are 2. Some problems are 3. So let's go ahead and let's maybe try some more. A lot of these have decimals in them. That's perfectly fine. Let's do this one. On your paper, I want you to draw another box. And it's going to be the UPS check. Okay, let's get started. Step number 1 is read the problem. So let's read it. Greg gave Brandy $6.50 to put towards a fried chicken bucket. Tony gave $8. If the fried chicken bucket cost $19.95, how much money did Brandy put towards the bucket? All right, this one's a little bit trickier. First things first, I have to understand the problem. So I'm going to circle my numbers, underline my question. We want to know how much money Brandy put towards the bucket. So on here, I'm going to put a B and I'm going to put a question mark. Greg, G, gave me $6.50. Tony, T, gave me $8. And then all together, it cost, I'm going to put total, $19.95. Now, the UPS check is for you. So you write down what helps you remember what we're doing, what we're going to add together, everything. All of that helps you. So when I go to do the plan, I'm going to do whatever works for me. It just so happens that in this case, I think another strip diagram would help me. Maybe a strip diagram wouldn't help you, and a picture would help you, or an equation, or you can make a table. Whatever helps you, I want you to write down. But let's go ahead and let's try my method. My method is a strip diagram. A strip diagram is just a rectangle with a split in half. The top, you put your total. So my total in this case was $19.95. I have 3 people that are buying a chicken bucket. So I'm going to split the bottom into 3 pieces because our goal is to have the top and the bottom, they're supposed to equal each other. They're supposed to be the same amount. So I have 3 people buying the bucket. Greg gave $6.50. Tony gave $8, but we don't know what Brandy gave. So I'm going to put a question mark there because I don't know. So this is kind of my plan. This is me thinking through the problem. So I know I have to figure this out. And just like on this one, I didn't have this piece right here. So you have to first, if they're next to each other, you add. Y'all see how that kind of makes an adding mark? If they're on top of each other, you subtract. This right here, I know it's big, but it is a subtraction mark. So you should know once you add these two, you can subtract this from your total, just like we did on the other one. So I want you to pause the video right now, and I want you to solve the whole problem. I'm not going to tell you how to solve it. I want you to solve the problem, and then we'll check your answer, and then we'll do a check. So go ahead and pause the video. So here's what I would have done. I would have taken $8, and I would have taken $6.50. Notice how on my $8, it just said 8 here. But I made sure to put that 00 so that I could line my decimal place up. That's one thing that you guys really forget to do. All of your numbers have to be exactly lined up according to their place value. So if I had the number 12, it would have to go like right here. The 1 would be here and the 2 would be here. If I had 85 cents, I would only have the decimal 85. You have to make sure you line it up. So when I line it up and I add it up, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I got $14.50. So I know that this square that I'm missing is $14.50. So in order to find how much Brandy, oh wait, that's not right. Sorry, when I add these up, I get $14.50. So in order to find out how much Brandy had, I'm going to have to use the subtraction. So I would take $19.95 and $14.50 and subtract them. So I hope that you paused the video and you did that. I got $5.45. So Brandy contributed the least out of all of them at $5.45. So now, what can I do to check my answer? Yes, you can explain it to me, but you can also actually check your answer on this one. It's just like we checked it over here. You added up all 3 of these. So I want you to pause the video and I want you to check your answer and we'll see if you got the right thing. Okay, so you should have unpaused by now and you should have done $8. I started at 8. You don't have to do it in the same order. $6.50 and $5.45. So when I added up, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, I got $19.95. So I'm going to circle my answer over here so everybody knows. So did I get the right answer? Yeah, I got the right answer. I checked it. I got the right answer. Okay, we are going to do one more together, and then I'm going to talk to you about your assignment. Draw your square. U, P, S, check. Now let's move on. I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to fold my paper in half, actually. All right. Let's go ahead and read this one. Oliver went shopping with Troy. Troy started with $47.50 and he spent $23.95 on a new shirt. Oliver started with $56.50 and he spent $39.50 on a pair of shoes. How much money does Oliver have left over? They're trying to trick us here. I am going to go ahead and circle all of the numbers and underline my question. So how much money does Oliver have left over? Left over should show you that somewhere we are going to be subtracting. So I know that I'm going to be subtracting somewhere. I'm going to make the note of that. But I'm going to read the question one more time. We want to know how much money Oliver has left over. So do we care how much money Troy spent? If we're only caring about Oliver, do we care how much money Troy spent? No, we don't. So this part right here, they put that in there to confuse you. Troy started with 47 and spent 23 on a new shirt. Well, guess what, Troy? I'm glad that you spent your money, but we don't really care how much. We care that Oliver spent the money and Oliver has money left over. We do not care about Troy. So we're going to say he started with 56.50 and he spent 39.50. So I want you now to plan and solve and check the problem. Plan, solve, and check, and then we will check your answer together. Okay, so what I would have done is, I think on this one, I'm still going to do a strip diagram. I really like strip diagrams. They help me visualize things, but you do not have to use a strip diagram. You can use whatever you want. So he had in total $56.50. We know he spent something on a shirt and he has something left over. Only two things on this one. He spent $39.50, but we don't know how much he has left over. So this one's pretty easy. There's only one step, and it's to subtract the two. So you should have taken $56.50 minus $39.50 and gotten your answer. 0 minus 0 is 0. 5 minus 5 is 0. Add my decimal. I can't do 6 minus 9, so I'm going to borrow from next door and do 16 minus 9. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Got 7. So he should have about $17 left over. So this would be $17. Well, I need to check that. I know that if I add these two things together, it would give me $56.50. So I'm going to do that right now. $39.50 plus $17. I'm going to check my answer. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 0 is 5. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I get $56.50? So is my answer correct? Yeah, my answer is correct. So today for your assignment, you're going to have a lot of multi-step and maybe one-step word problems. I am going to be nice to you, and I'm going to cut up your worksheet. Let me show you. It looks like this, but I'm going to cut it up, and I'm going to put the UPS check under every single problem for you, so that all you have to do is do your work in each of the boxes. So on the top, it's going to have the word problem. Underneath it, it's going to have the UPS check. And then you are going to, on the bottom, it's going to have the UPS check. And then you're going to solve it and circle your answer choice. Now, if you don't circle your answer choice, then I'm not going to know what your answer is. So again, on the top, it's going to have the word problem. On the bottom, it's going to have UPS check for you to show your work. You have to show your work or I'm counting points off. And then circle your answer at the top. Now, I'm not going to give you all 9 today, but I am going to give you maybe 5 or 6. I might give you all 9. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how long it gets. All right, guys, I love y'all so much, and I hope that you have a great day.